In this tutorial, we'll be looking at the text tab and working with text in Sibelius, different text styles, lyrics, chord symbols, editing chord symbols, chord diagrams, rehearsal marks, and bar and page numbers. So let's have a look across the text tab. You'll notice at the moment the format area is greyed out. This is because no text style is selected. If I select the piano, you'll see that all of a sudden different properties become available to me, and I can change the font format, how it looks, regular, bold, italic, and also whether it's a music font or just a normal non-music font. I also have some basic layout and justification settings and the font size. Now, like with many of the other tabs in Sibelius, I can get to the older version of the Edit Fonts dialog by using the pop-out button, and I can now change different font parameters in my Edit Fonts dialog. But for now, we won't worry too much about that. Next, I have my text styles area. If I select this, it shows me all the text styles available to me in Sibelius. The common styles, expression, technique, tempo, metronome mark, etc. Various techniques, which we'll look at shortly, tempo, figured bass, different harmony options, different types of playback text, different symbols, instrument mallet types, pretty much everything you're ever going to require. However, I find using shortcuts a lot easier when adding different text styles. So what I have here is a very simple piano line, and I'm going to show you how to add different text styles to it. First of all, we're going to add some expression text to this part. So let's go ahead and do that and add some dynamics. Command, letter E for expression. And let's first of all add pianissimo. I can select the next one. Command E, mezzo forte, Command E again. Because expression text is a type of playback text, what you should hear is these notes go from quiet to medium to fairly loud. And because we haven't set the volume or the dynamic level to anything different, all the subsequent notes will also be played at fortissimo. So let's make this one mezzo forte. And now we should hear them change back as we go along. We can achieve the same thing incorporating dynamics with a crescendo line. So if I play from here, you can now hear how the mezzo forte should increase, and if we tag that on the end with a piece of expression text, it should gradually get louder. If I select my piano line, go to the Home tab and to Filters, I can filter the expression text, remove that, and I'm back to my starting point again. Let's go back over to text, and let's add a violin part, and just copy that across using the Alt-click technique. So now we can hear we have violin and piano. So what I want to do at this point is I want to show you how to add an item of technique text to a score. So here's our violin. So at that point I'm going to hit Command and T for technique, and I'm going to type P-I-Z-Z full stop, indicating I want it to change to pizzicato technique. So now if I play that back, first of all you notice it's loaded the sample for pizzicato, so when it gets to that point it's going to change to that particular technique and that particular sound. So let's play back. So let's select this note, change that one back using Command and T. So it's Command and T on Macintosh, but substitute the equivalent for Windows. Now if I type Arco, full stop, now when we get to that point, it will change back to an Arco sound, or to a bowed sound. So here we go. So you can see there how very easy it is to add different technique and expression styles to your score. Now if you want to see all the different phrases and terminologies that are applied and abided by in Sibelius, if you go over to Play tab, into the Playback Dictionary, you can see all the different terms that work with Sibelius, be it arco, brushes for drums, clean or chorus for guitar parts, the way they're set up, the sound IDs they use, and we'll talk about sound IDs again when we look at playback in more detail, exactly how the system text items work, how different staff lines work, articulations, note heads and symbols, and how these change the playback if they are selected to make playback alterations.